Here are some pointers for how to create a works cited on your research project about the First Amendment and Facebook. First of all, you know that you have articles I have given you. The First Amendment Explained is the first one in your packet. The first thing you're going to do is go to ezbib.com. You can create an account with an email, and I think it's free. And that way you can save your works cited and go back and make changes to it later on and add or delete sources. But you can always do it this way with no email account if you want to. So the first source I gave you, First Amendment Explained, that's a website. So you know how to do that. You enter the URL and the article title just as you would for a website. This one doesn't give you a lot of citation information. You don't have an author, you don't have a date, so you're just going to use what you know. I'm not going to take the time to show you because my video will be too long. And I want to show you the most important, how to cite an Associated Press wire report. So you're going to go to newspaper because the Associated Press is a news organization. And even though you didn't read a newspaper to get this article, we're going to call it newspaper, but you have to click manual entry. Do not use AutoCite on this. After you get to this spot, you want to click online. So it's newspaper, manual entry, online. Now you can start adding in the information from your source. Employers ask job seekers for Facebook passwords. That's your article title. You do not have an author. You do not have a newspaper title because the Associated Press doesn't necessarily publish in just one newspaper. But you are going to use Associated Press You are going to use your article title, and you are going to use Associated Press as the publisher sponsor. The date was Wednesday, March 21st, 2012. Oops. We're going to use that in the day electronically published. Now in your packet, you'll see that I printed that article on March 22nd. So we have to use date accessed March 22nd. That's all you know about that article. So once you're done, you click Create Citation. The two articles about the Marine who posted Facebook posts criticizing the government and the president, those are both Associated Press articles. You do them the same way. This one is different. This is an article that is written by David Hudson, and it says First Amendment Scholar. So he actually is a writer who posts this news article, and he works for, or it appears that he might work for, the First Amendment Center himself, because it says First Amendment Scholar. So you can still cite this as a newspaper manual entry because it's an online news type of post. So you're going to go, once again, newspaper manual entry online. The difference here is going to be that your contributor has a name. You still are going to use, oops, I just lost it. You're still going to use the article title, federal ruling goes against student punished for rap song. David L. Hudson is your author, though. We didn't have an author on the others. And for this, you have a site title. It's First Amendment Center. You can leave publisher sponsor blank on this one, and then you can use firstamendmentcenter.org as the website. The article was posted on March 23rd, 2012. You'll see it there on your packet, and I printed it on the 23rd as well. And then you can create citation. So do you see the difference here? This is an article by an actual person instead of just the Associated Press Newswire. The last article that you need to, well, you're going to cite all the articles, but don't forget to cite the San Antonio News article. The one that is from my San Antonio school officials have ordered to apologize in prayer case. You may not be able to find it using a search like this. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, once again, this is an online news article. So you don't cite it as a website. Go ahead and click again, newspaper, manual entry, online. Just like you did the others, you're going to use the article title, school officials ordered to apologize in prayer case, and here you have an author, Guillermo Contreras, and you have a newspaper title in this one. You didn't have one before, but you'll see down at the bottom of your printouts, you can see it on the paper printout a little bit easier, that this is the San Antonio Express News. So you type that in here. The publisher, Hearst Communications, you'll see that on your printout right under the San Antonio Express News. And this one is from mysanantonio.com. It was published March 20th, where it says updated. That's the same, that means the same thing as electronically published, and I printed it out on the 23rd. Oops, not November. Okay. So if you'll see the difference there, you have an actual newspaper title and a publisher that's a little different than the others. Create citation. Now, as soon as you're done putting all your citations in, including your own, whatever you came up with, then you're going to click Print as Word Doc. It'll take a minute and it'll generate a document that looks something like this. You'll notice that it alphabetizes your articles according to article title, the first word in the article, or the author's last name. This is really important because this is how we're going to determine what we use for our in-text citations. You only need to add your name, my name, your class hour, and your date as your header. Don't put any extra spaces. It should just be double spaced with no extra spaces. And the indents should look like this. If yours does not look like mine, then you need to go back and double check it. Make sure you didn't make any mistakes or you don't have any formatting problems. Good luck and ask me if you have any questions.